Slop City Podcast!
Oh, that's beautiful.
No, I can't. I have these two dumb bitches podcast studio in my dining room, okay? It was the calm before the storm, brother. Okay. I wouldn't say I was totally ready for that, but I mean, I adapted quickly.
This is what I expected. You raise me up.
Hold on. Oh, that's fun to do it like really soft song. Like pink. Hold on. You raise me up.
Clap. I mean, it just brings it home.
It's the
You raise me up. So good.
dude, you're fucking in church. A pastor's sorry, that was very loud.
Your pastors.
You're in church and your pastor's saying something cool and he hits you with a boom clap. It's like
Whoa. I'm buying whatever he's selling.
holy shit. Especially
Boom, clap. Boom, clap.
boom clap. Da-na-na-na-na. What's up, everybody? It's Pastor Kevin. You guys ready to go brat? But the right way. Let's go.
Pastor, I just don't think Brad is really what we should be doing in the church.
Oh, I said Brad.
Oh,
Brad.
I thought you meant Brad like Charlie XCX's album where she talks about a girl sucking, fucking, touching, licking, flipping, ripping with Billie Eilish. They're lesbians together.
Well, that is definitely something we are not going to be condoning here at Brad Faith Church United. Want a peanut butter bite?
No. Yeah, she basically was like singing with Billy, and she's like, don't you want to know what's under my underwear? You could flip it, suck it, lick it, rip it.
Okay.
Put it to the side and flip it. And Charlie likes boys, but I think I could suck her.
Well, yeah, Charlie, I'll say a guy named Charlie liking boys is definitely something we don't like here at all. And then
Charlie's actually a girl from England.
Wait a second. You're telling me Charlie and Billy? Whoa,
Billy.
whoa.
Yeah, they both have guy names.
Whoa. Guys, listen, we're going to pause the sermon. Can you guys turn my mic off? Get this young man up here.
I'm actually a girl, too.
What?
I'm a girl.
You're telling me you're a girl, too?
Yeah.
And your name is what?
Pat.
What the fuck? What the fuck's going on here at Brad Church? What's going on? I need to talk to a CEO, and I know a lot of the CEOs are hiding this week. But I need to talk to the CEO.
Of what?
Church. God, what's happening?
Well, talk to the man upstairs.
Well, I'm going to have a meeting with him, but right now I have 1,000 people in this room, and I'm quietly talking to you.
Okay, I'm sorry. But you should listen to Charlie XCX to see what you shouldn't do. Oh, that was crisp, Pastor Kevin. That was crisp.
Yeah. You guys down there, when you're sitting at my little thing, you know, you're up here right now. We're just chit-chatting. Everyone's doing their thing.
Yeah.
We're on intermission at church right now.
Yeah.
You guys think I'm back here drinking, you know, cool stuff?
Yeah.
Cold ones, beers, brewskis. I always say, let's light it up. You guys think when I do that tap, I'm drinking beers? I'm back here drinking amino energy supplements.
We always thought when you said, let's light it up for the Lord, you meant beer.
Nope.
I didn't know you could light it up with amino acids.
Mango pineapple limeade. And it is artificially flavored, but, you know, I was also an artificially inseminated baby, so, you know.
Well,
What's
that's
the
funny
difference?
because that goes against the Lord.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I'm going to let you get back to your sermon. I just wanted to let you know about Charlie XCX and the evils that she does with Billie Eilish.
For sure. Hey, thank you so much, young man. This was really, really nice.
Now let's get back to the preaching. You raise me up.
He starts like twerking immediately. He walks by the kid and like takes his face and goes, and then he pushes him away. And the kid falls. And the whole room is just going ape shit.
They're
They're like,
talking
oh,
in tongues and everything.
he got the devil out of that, baby. He got the devil out of that, young man. They're like, it's a girl.
That young man. Where'd you get those balls?
I actually am sorry I didn't let you take a bite.
I didn't want to
just
bite.
started going, oh, you would have loved it,
I have
though.
peanut allergy.
Oh, you would have loved it.
I have a penis allergy. Allergic to peanuts. All of them.
Listen, you're not going to believe this, but me, my dog, allergic to peanuts and penis. Unreal.
Well, that's funny because I saw the little guy humping his brother back when he was alive still. And he was not deceased. When he wasn't dead.
Yeah, when Simba was alive.
When he was not a part of the other side.
Yeah. We got some pieces of Simba in the house, though. So I've been taking a little bite of it.
Wait, you just put your finger in it.
Every day before I leave the house, I'm like,
Give yourself a little nummy.
Yeah, I give myself a little Simba nummy. Man, those fucking peanut butter bites were good.
Where did they come from again?
Yeah.
A craft fair?
They came from Deer Creek Coffee, which is a coffee shop. Sorry, I got to switch my earbuds. One of my holes is larger than the other, and it could be due to psoriasis or inflammation or whatever I got going on.
Okay.
But peanut butter balls came from Deer Creek Coffee in Ladue, right by Sportsman's.
And they just put them in a bag like that?
I love you and Amelia both said that. Because
you ain't supposed to sell stuff like that.
I have no problem with this. You and Amelia both, Amelia is Amelia Rizzuto, the wife of Scott Rizzuto, who Rafe is on the radio show with. Just so everybody knows, okay?
Yeah.
That's it. But yeah, she had such an issue with this. She goes, they just put it in a bag. Like she said exactly what you just said.
So this was my whole train of thought. So you were selling with Amelia yesterday. Was it like a craft fair?
So it was like the Ladue Chapel Holiday Mart. They do like a holiday bazaar where, people...
I'm thinking there's different booths.
There is.
People like you selling your elderberry stuff. Maybe a lady selling her crochet. And then I thought, someone was making holiday snacks. And for a thing like that, that's appropriate. You're going to find something like that where Aunt Dolores has made her peanut butter balls and put them in a nice little bag. But if you're going to a business that is getting A through F health score, you're not going to put it in a bag like that. Because that's somebody's grandma made that in their home with their dog and cat walking on the counter and hair getting in there and no telling what else. Cocaine. There could have been cocaine in there.
There could have been a lot of things. This definitely is giving like you're at a bake sale as a child and you're like walking around and
the fact that you went to this coffee shop, saw those peanut butter balls in that bag and picked it up and said, I'm going to get these. Without saying like, there's no nutritional information on here. There's no thing that says not sold in, like, whatever it says when you're not allowed to sell. You know when somebody would buy, like, granola bars and then try to sell.
Do not sell
for individual sale.
Yeah, not for individual sale.
Nothing in there. And with something like peanut butter, which someone could die,
Mm-hmm.
It needs to say made in a factory with nuts, tree nuts, ground nuts. They're looking at a potential, almost deadly lawsuit.
Yep.
And I don't want to be putting anybody on blast, this coffee place. But what I think happened is, remember back in the old days when Tylenol didn't used to have protective caps on it?
Yeah.
And anybody could go in the store and put anything in there?
Yeah, just go willy-nilly.
I think some man...
It's a man.
Made peanut butter balls and secretly dropped them at the coffee shop.
Deer
And
Creek Coffee.
I didn't want to say it again for litigation purposes.
Deny, depose, and delay.
And you look like you're doing okay. So I'm assuming there's not any kind of weird things in them.
Well, here's the deal. Because today, it's Saturday. Yesterday was Friday. I started munching on these bad boys yesterday. These have been in a loose bag. These have been in a loose bag in my backpack for 24 hours now. And here's the thing, too. I didn't just buy one bag of these. I bought two.
I wish I had a camera with you when you go into places like this because I could just see you like. Just picking up your stuff and going about your day as if that's normal behavior.
The best there's so many layers to this that are so funny, and I wanted to let you get through your deposition, while you were going hard. I did. I really am actively working. I'm like, hey, don't be a big killer, listen, and that was great. I'm really glad that paid off for me mentally. Physically, it paid off for our audience too, because that was the greatest. That was incredible. Thank you so much for your service on that. But so when I walked into this place, Deer Creek Coffee is in Ladue, which is one of the richer areas.
Probably, if not the richest area.
Yeah, in St. Louis, Missouri, St. Louis County. It's also the neighborhood that I worked in at the bar forever. So this place is so fucking expensive. Like, everything is overpriced there.
Oh.
It's good. Don't get me wrong. But, some of it is, it's just so fucking overpriced. And the fact that I just walked into this nice-ass place. Because here's the deal. Amelia, our friend that sells elderberries, I was like, I'm going to go on a Deer Creek Coffee run, get us some stuff. She was like, ooh, if they have any peanut butter bites, get me some. And so she was the one who wanted.
Okay.
She was the one who even requested peanut butter bites.
So
from the beginning.
She knows that they have peanut butter bites?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, maybe not, but maybe
because it's such a random thing to want and then they have it.
Well, they live in Wildwood. And I think that they're used to a higher quality of life than you and I are.
But a peanut butter ball is not normal.
I think a peanut butter ball might be normal at bougie coffee shops. That's what I'm trying to get at. They're living at a higher
echelon.
Higher echelon. Yeah, they're living in a higher socioeconomic status than us. So, they're not Starbucks. This is how I said to Amelia, I was like, man, I could really go for a Starbucks. She's like, Jesus, fuck. She's like, oh, God, Starbucks is so fucking gross, blah, blah. And I'm like, yes. But it's this is what happens when you get into that,
It's going to happen. Because I used to think On the Run coffee was top of the line, delicious.
Ice in It Quick Trip coffee was top of the line.
And then I started drinking this, and now I think this is top of the line. You're telling me this isn't the top of the echelon? There's higher?
Wait a second. When you were an OTR and mobile on the run stand, what did you get there? Because
I got
I'm trying to think.
A medium roast.
Okay. And what would you, half and half?
I'd put this much half and half in it and regular sugar. And man, it would get me through my morning.
Mm-hmm. Now
at school.
Yeah. Huh. I would go to Quick Trip when they had a really great selection of creamers and all of that. And I think you talk with your dollars. That's what I say. You talk with your dollars, everybody. And I stopped spending money at Quick Trip over the years because their coffee got so fucking bad. It was they only have had regular sugar creamers, and it's in a weird jar for the last few years. Yes, it's fucking disgusting.
Well, first of all, anyone that uses powder creamer,
you're gone. Done for the day.
Don't.
That's like a microfiber sheet. That's like letting your friends stay at your fucking house and putting microfiber sheets.
I mean, I don't want to shame anyone that actually likes it, but...
Me neither, because if you like it, good for you. But also, it's fucking gross.
I can't... And there's been times when I've gone into a place and they've only had that. And I've put it in a little styrofoam cup like that.
Yeah,
Maybe I went to a tire shop.
It's giving AA meeting.
It's giving tire shop, too.
Yeah.
Like a Dobbs lobby.
Dude, the place
With the oldest coffee you've ever seen.
Bates Tire and Auto that I go to on on Bates and like Morganford. It's in South City. It is like an OG place. Most disgusting toilet you've ever. I mean, to the point that I remember going there for the first time and being like, "Can I use the bathroom?" And they were like, "Oh yeah, for sure, it's right there." Like. They were so proud that they like had a bathroom.
They're so proud somebody wanted to use it. They're like, we've had a lot of people that have come to our place and not returned.
We've had a lot of people actually. It's crazy. We have a bathroom and these people are coming in here and they're not using it. You know, and I'm talking to these guys, hitting it back with them like, are we smoking here? You know, like I'm like,
yeah.
I don't have money for an Uber to get back home. So, when are you taking me home? And the guys are all like, yeah, my wife would kill me. I would, you know. I'm like, what?
Auga, auga. Yeah, well.
Oh, God. They are so disgusting, though. Greg Warren has a bit about a mechanic, how he's like, he doesn't trust a mechanic unless they're smoking.
Really?
Something like that. Or like he doesn't trust a mechanic that isn't like drunk and smoking like while he's working on your car. He's like the fucking the less I can understand them, the more cigarettes they're smoking, the better. You know.
Love the lobby of a dirty car shop. You know what I do love? And I was talking about this with Harold the other day. I love going as a kid into a tire lobby and just smelling the rubber.
God, you're so weird. See, I would get in there and I would feel I would
The
smell
rubber.
it.
Oh,
It's not that I didn't like it. See, my rubber smell like that. I do remember that. Well, I also remember like going to Costco for one time, like the first time. And my dad, I feel like them like finding out there was a tire shop there. It was like, oh my God, they have fucking tires here. This is crazy. You know, and like we were going, I was like, whoa, this is nuts. And then they got hot dogs over here and a very berry sundae. What the fuck's going on?
there's no greater joy than being a little child sitting in a chair and like sitting back and your legs are swinging and you're like,
just smelling tires?
just smelling the air, the tire air. You can't relate? Okay.
No. I can't relate to desperation.
That's not desperation. That's straight up fun.
That's straight up love, brother. No, the rubber smells that I remember from being a child was when I went to Worlds of Fun for like Fright Fest, and I was like carrying around a stupid little pumpkin dressed like a Renaissance fair person, but obviously I'm wearing tennis shoes and colored socks because my mother never let me wear cool boots and out with my outfits. It was always like, no, you need to wear comfortable shoes, you know? And I was like, okay, whatever.
So is that why you were rebelling last night and wearing the strangest outfit I've ever seen you wear at 1 a.m? I come in with the emos. Tina has changed clothes. She's on a very, very long floral skirt. Brown Ugg style boots.
Just ugly.
It wasn't ugly. It just was a strange. I would have expected maybe a t-shirt and underwear. She was just chilling by the TV. She put on a full outfit. Prairie. What did I say you look like?
You said I looked like a pioneer
woman.
But it was like, I'm trying to think, LDS outfit? Maybe that's what I was kind of looking like.
And it was fine. I'm not trying to shame you. Wow, look at those outfits. But it just was an interesting choice.
Oh, for sure. Well, here's what happened. Rafe was sleeping, and I couldn't get into the bedroom to get
Comfies.
my regular stuff, you know? And I knew I was going to be up for a little bit, so it's like I didn't want to go in there risk waking him up and then me still be like, bum 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 bum, you know, all over the house.
And then him saying, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. Hey, what's going on?
Well, you know what you should do? Take all your stuff and move it next door and never even go next door. Be like, yeah, you can sleep.
Oh,
If I had that extra apartment, you wouldn't catch me dead over there. I'd be in that other one all the time by myself. And that's for sure.
Dude, but it's like I still have things that need to get situated before I can fully do that, you know?
Yeah, well, it's just your office space, Barbara.
And I'm not in a position financially right now or mentally stable enough to be paying full-time utilities over there, you know? Not like I can't, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, you got full time. Every time I go over there, every single light is on and the heat's blasting. So don't say you don't have money for utilities.
Barbara, I turned the heat on yesterday for
me,
you.
thank you.
So you wouldn't be bitching.
Well, I know what, that lamp there in the front has never been turned off. That lamp has been on since you rented it out.
That's a security lamp.
If you're worried about security, then lock the goddamn door. They don't lock their doors. And I don't get that. I live in the country and nobody would ever come to my door and I lock them.
Nope.
Because I have too many prized possessions. Like, I don't know.
You seriously don't lock your fucking door?
No, I do. At night, I do. During the day, hey, who knows?
Well, luckily, there's so many steps.
That
There's so many steps that nobody's going to come burglarize.
Burglarize. No, there's so many steps. No one's coming up.
And the first set of steps is good because that's a strong, sturdy handle.
Oh.
The second is where I really struggle because if I pull too hard, I'm pulling that thing up out of the ground. The handrail. It's being pulled up.
You really think so?
Oh, for sure. If I use the amount of pressure I use on that lower one, because when I'm walking up a step, I'm trying to offset the pain in my legs.
Yeah.
So I'm grabbing. So that's why usually she'll come out when I am on the second step and I really look like I'm struggling because I am.
Yeah.
Because I don't have that extra guardrail. What's it called? Handrail.
Oh, handrail. Okay.
Handrail.
Handrail.
I'm saying guardrail, but it is actually handrail. Whoa.
Okay, so basically
those are all very sturdy.
This one is kind of what it looks like on my steps.
Well, the first one is like a straight up steel pipe.
Oh, it is a fucking, it is the tightest
incredible.
thing. It's like the first one when you walk up onto my crib is like almost like this.
A steel pipe.
Just
that is anchored into the ground.
Oh, yeah. Like it is not moving. It's going to be there forever. That's why.
Go ahead.
That's why we probably have lead paint and lead everywhere.
If I was a gymnast, I would do spins on it and nothing would happen. But I'm not.
Yeah, for sure. No, it is strong enough to withstand somebody. It's strong enough that I've like tossed something and like hung it on there and it's just fucking stayed.
Now the other ones, somebody just thought, oh, these are cute. Let's put these there.
Yeah.
And
that's them.
That's not them. Just moves.
Just so shaky. So, the second step, not that great, but it is like attached to the house and all that other wrought iron. Here's the deal. There have been a couple slips I've had walking down those steps before, and I've tried to like catch on to that thing, you know, the willy-nilly one, but that's when I'm already down. Because one time I was walking out of my house on that first flimsy set, and I slipped probably on the third step when it was like icy and snowy. Ooh. I remember, I think I fucking called you and I was like, this motherfucker Rafe didn't even clear the fucking stairs, this piece of shit. I was like depressed and drunk or something. And like, I remember getting home and at one point and I was like mad. This was a few years ago, but either way, I ate shit so hard in that guardrail. I held on to it, and I mean, yeah, it probably saved me from going all the way down. But I was like,
I'm surprised it didn't rip up out of there.
yeah, didn't held on. I mean, I held on tight, but golly, once you do that slip where you're up in the air, you're done. You don't really come back from those kind of slips.
Especially on an icy situation.
No, not on an icy situation.
Flimsy step handrail.
What an idiot. I mean, some of the stuff I type into Google, I've realized a lot of times it's more out of panic than anything when we're on here.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, well, there's a man and he's looking at us.
Look at Randy just looking at. I like how he's checking out the situations and going.
Yeah, he's just kind of looking around. Oh, cool. I exited out of that
Facebook
internet browser you had, Randy. Hey,
Oh,
no
thank
problem,
you.
pal. I feel like we were talking about something and we got a little sidetracked, which makes sense. But there was something that we were like, oh, we're getting to this, and then we didn't.
We were talking about those peanut butter balls in a bag, and you were at your little
Oh yeah, no,
bazaar.
that was really yeah. It's just so very funny that both of you had something to say about it, and you're also both coming from very different perspectives.
But I'm glad that is it Amelia?
Amelia,
Amelia had the same response because she's putting out a product, which means she understands quality control, cleanliness, sterilization. She understands, and this almost sounds like we're doing an ad. Because are we partnering with her?
we're going to, yeah, like we're gonna have a Slop City code with them. All things elderberry, but I have to set it up and all of that stuff.
It sounds like I'm doing like an embedded ad, in which I'm not.
Yeah, it really does. And
The way
you're really not.
The way that it's working out is funny, and we couldn't have written a better script. But I'm glad that she noticed it, because that means she ain't fucking around.
Oh, dude. I mean, she's sitting there like looking at her phone, and she noticed right away because they also didn't have matcha. And I was like trying to get her drink. She was like, wanted her little matcha with her almond milk. And I got me my like fucking 46-ounce iced coffee with, it's like, I clearly haven't figured out that I need to slow down so that I can speed up yet. But either way. And she also, I like gave her a drink, and she's like, what is this? This isn't fucking matcha. Then she goes, we like roasted the peanut butter bites, but then we started eating them, and she was like, fuck, these are so good though, man. So we were having a good old time eating them up. But it's funny that you said that, because yesterday was the first day I worked with her doing, like we just did a holiday bazaar slinging elderberries, and, I got to like watch her do her thing and talk to people and stuff like that. And it's like, I've worked in restaurants for 15 years plus. You would think I would know, hey, if you're grabbing gummies that are going to be served to the general public, to grab a fucking glove. And I'm so trashy that I just am like, just grabbing something. She was like, hey, Tina. She's like, yeah, you gotta.
She did not have to tell you to put on a glove.
I swear.
So does she have to get rid of those gummies?
No, I mean, I just put them in my asshole, but.
The gummies are the ones that I have been taking.
Hell yeah.
I did a little bit of research because I take so much stuff now every day
I know.
that's not proven by anybody.
No, by God.
I mean, not a lot. I just take my collagen.
I know what you're
take
saying.
a supplement, and then I start taking the elderberry stuff. But it's like, when I see a thing that says inflammation, I'm going to take it.
Oh, it doesn't matter what.
I'm going to start taking it.
That's where you and I are just both at in general. Like and now that I'm home, and I'm like, that's why I'm so excited to get into a little routine with all this. Where like, I got to do my daily checklist, and in no particular order, but I have just realized, like, for my self-care, my mental health, my physical health, my interpersonal health for everything. I need to have like a daily checklist where I do all my stuff. And I'm like I'm like getting my like staple things. Like I got my collagen, I got my elderberry stuff and all of that. Because Amelia's been talking to me about this. Like we became friends when Rafe got on the Riz show, on the morning show that he's on. And so, yeah, I love her because she's fucking Russian and I just already loved her. But yesterday morning when we got there to set up for this little event, her dad was there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Russian Michael.
Super Russian?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
it M-I-K?
Yeah.
A-E-L?
Mikhail.
That's funny.
But yeah, I fucking loved him. It's like immediately so similar. There's just little similarities in personalities.
To your family?
Yes. Like you just see, it's like a cultural thing. Like I was like getting ready to set something up and he was like, okay, can you use this table? And I was like, I don't know. He goes, it doesn't matter. Just put it on there. If they come over, they ask, they say, I'm sorry. I was like, God, I love this motherfucker. Like, I'm like, even though I just met him, I already wanted to hug him. I was like, I felt closer to my family just by hearing him say that. I'm like, dude, I love this motherfucker already. He goes, and then you say, I'm sorry. Like, he's like roasting people for it. So, yeah, either way, I got to like watch her do her little elderberry thing because she's been fucking talking to me for like 2 years now about like, Tina, psoriasis, your autoimmune stuff. Like you need to get on basically what you're doing, what she's doing, what everybody that we know that has any autoimmune or health problems is doing, which is basically like trying to eat clean, supplements, limit anything bad, basically.
I won't give it up.
I'm not giving up certain things in my life. I'm not. But these are like I'm getting ready to take these steps or whatever. But this is what was really cool.
Yeah, well.
This is what was really cool yesterday about that because this is like the first work I've done since I've been home. And I texted Amelia like last week because while we were on the road and on tour, I like saw on her stories, it was like 4 days in a row. This bitch is out there setting up her shit. All things elderberry, fucking like setting up her shit all by herself. And is like, what's up? Slinging stuff here, slinging stuff here. Like, and she has 2 children that are teenagers also. And then she has a husband who is on the exact same schedule that Rafe is, which is basically, you're not a real person.
You're up at 3 a.m.
Dude, Riz gets up at 2:30 a.m. every day. 2:30 a.m. goes to bed. He goes upstairs at 7:30. I mean, it's like, it's just, and Rafe, that's what he should be doing, but he's not. He's going to bed at like 9, 10. So he's basically like always catching up. You know, that shit just fucks with people.
You can't catch up. That's the thing. You can never catch up.
No, it's like you just have to do it every night.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, well. So either way, I saw that she was like out there grinding and doing all this stuff. And since you and I basically had to be our own bosses the last 2 months.
Grinding on that thing.
We were out there grinding on that thing, being Canva business owners. Canva, small business, startup owners, holy cannoli, out here doing it. But it's, I don't know, I just kind of, you know, we've talked about this on the podcast multiple times lately, but like, and just in general, it's like, obviously, I'm sure people can tell, but I'm like, dude, it's hard to do this stuff. Like my mental health struggled a lot this year. Like it has been a very difficult year. It is so hard to do your own business, manage yourself, manage your time, spread yourself everywhere you need to be and stuff like that.
Spread.
Yeah, spreading that pussy.
Barbara, flip your damn earring around so we can, the other one.
This one? So you can see the Christmas tree?
Yes, it was just green and I didn't like it. I wanted to see the balls.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that you did that because if you had to clear your throat, I would have said, can you please clear your throat? But either, like, whatever. I saw while she was on the road and while we were on the road grinding, she was also grinding and doing it like all alone. Don't ever yawn like that again, Randy.
Oh,
oh, you raise me up.
Damn, I was 1 millisecond
okay.
behind.
Well, I kind of cut it off quicker than you thought I was going to.
Whoa.
Yeah, but like I saw she was grinding it out. I texted her and was just like,
She's
damn.
grinding.
I was like, damn, bitch, you out here doing the same shit we are. And I guess I just kind of didn't realize that like she's still out there grinding as hard as she is. Like her products are in Fresh Times nationwide. Just the gummies and the elixir. But
Mhm.
that's like, in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, you fucking made it. That's amazing. But no, she's still out there like hauling stuff in her Toyota Highlander, carrying her stuff, carrying her products, like doing all this stuff, running it. I don't know. I just kind of realized I'm like, damn, this shit really does never stop.
Right.
It doesn't. No matter what business you're in, if you're starting, you know, your own business or if you're working for someone else, it's like you have to just manage your time, figure out how to fill all of your fucking cups in your life
Mhm.
together. And it's hard
And then
out
you
here.
think, God, we're living in a capitalist society. Can we
Yeah.
just all not work and live happily and make art and make each other laugh and clear our throats? And then they're like, no, you can't.
Yeah, no, they don't. No, we don't like that. So you got to be a hustler. So she out here hustling and lives in St. Louis. And yeah, I'm trying to freelance, not go back to the bar, really focus on all of this. And I was like, I'm going to try to change some stuff up. And I think it's good putting, trying new things. So,
Well, it makes sense that a person that would hand out gummies with a bare hand to the general public would also think that having food from a restaurant in a baggie is appropriate.
yeah, no, we did have to dispose of those gummies.
You should have just taken them.
Yeah, I
It
did.
says 1 to 2 a day.
Oh, I did. I took them. Took the elderberry elixir. But
Is
yeah,
that the one in the little plastic thing?
bottle. Yeah.
Not bottle, but the elixir is like a cough syrup.
Pretty much. So it's like, yeah, and I was like looking at all the ingredients and stuff, and yeah, dude, it's like the cleanest shit you can find, like the cleanest ingredients. And then she was telling me about like the study at Mizzou that they're doing on elderberries. And granted, I have not looked this up. I'm just listening to my friend who is obsessed with elderberries talk about them. I mean, she's like built her livelihood around it and knows a lot more about. She's like a nutritionist too, so she does have credits and things that we don't have. Either way, they're doing a study. Mizzou got like a $5 million fucking grant to study elderberries. For some reason, there's something with elderberries that is seeming to like break down this like biofilm in your brain. So it's like basically can possibly prevent or cure Alzheimer's,
Whoa.
something to that regard. And I guess elderberries also are used in intensive like care unit stuff, like for burns and stuff like that. So there's just
I got to look up what an elderberry looks like.
yeah, let me show you. And they're fucking cute. Like they're like purple, like the color is fucking adorable, and they're native to Missouri. So
They are?
yes. I learned all of this working. And guys, let me tell you, like I showed up at this, I've just been bartending forever. And I'm like, I'm trying to get adjusted to not, just making my own schedule, doing stuff and like filling my cups, being happy, hanging out with friends, growing as a human, whatever. So I was like, let's fucking do this. I'm going to sling some elderberries. I like this shit. And also Amelia is just like, she's had autoimmune stuff her whole life, like Crohn's and all that stuff.
Oh, Lord.
So, but yeah, she's just been like pitching it to me. And like, I don't know what it is. I do it to people. How many times have I told you about a product I'm obsessed with or like something that I'm like, you gotta use this. Listen, whatever you're using, it's wrong. Like, and I'm like, finally, like 2 years after, I was like, all right, bitch, I'll fucking listen to you. I'll drink your fucking elderberry stuff. I'll see what the fuck's up. I'll try to do my lotion and stop smoking and do all that. Okay, Lord.
You won't. You're not going to. Yeah, I'm not. They got to keep some things.
Yeah, we got to keep some things. Did you look at the elderberries?
I did, and I think I've seen them before.
Aren't they cute? And I mean, it's like elderberry. Like, what the fuck? What a cool. It's just a vibe, man.
Elderberry.
Yeah, and she's got jelly, honey, like all of this stuff. It was just really fun and cool to
So
see her do her thing. And I saw so many customers that I have waited on for the last 9 years because it was in the same neighborhood.
Mhm.
And none of them recognized me.
Really?
Isn't that wild? And maybe I should be, maybe they were like having that thing where they're like, I know this
her.
girl from
Yeah.
somewhere. So it could have been that. I shouldn't say that they didn't recognize me, but like, I mean, people that I was like, I waited on you forever. Like the
Wow.
fact that I just would remember someone. I mean, some of these people that like came through the line or whatever to like check out the little boutiques, waited on them 40 times over the last 9 years.
And they didn't know?
Didn't remember nothing. I was just like, that's fucking crazy. And then I was like, maybe this is why I'm neurospicy, because I remember weird things. It's like, I don't remember everyone's face, but if I saw somebody 40 times.
Maybe they just think you're the help and they don't really pay attention to you. They're just like,
What if they still are like that? They're like, yeah, this girl, like, yeah, she worked at Sportsman's. Now she's like selling elderberries and a comedian. It's like so pathetic.
well,
Little
how
do
did
they
she
know.
do?
What?
How did she do on her sales?
She did great. I mean, she was kind of saying like, I think it's one of those things where when you get to go to these little markets and shit like that, it's a way for you to like grow community wise. You know what I mean? Because she's online, she's in these stores and stuff, but I think she's still kind of just like literally trying to get out there and be like, spread the word.
Mhm.
Like she's one of those people who's like, just so beyond her years, like wise in a way, but also very down to earth and like, you know, just a boss bitch who knows what she wants. But she almost is like, you guys are fucking stupid. How the fuck do you not know about elderberries? Like, what the fuck are you talking? Like, I love it. That's almost her vibe, where she's like, oh, you don't know what an elderberry is? Well, cool. You drink this or go fuck yourself. Like, because you want your fucking inflammation down? Oh, you're getting your fucking inflammation. And I'm like, okay.
Does she have any like pictures or anything that she took before she started dealing with elderberries?
Probably. Oh, I'm sure. Well, she was also on like a ton of immunosuppressant stuff too.
Okay.
So she's gotten off some of that. And, you know, it's different for everybody. It's like we're all trying everything. And that's basically, I'm like, I have a friend who is like, hey, my inflammation is way down and I have problems with inflammation. So guess what? I'm going to be fucking I'm going to be sucking elderberries down.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm going to do.
Well,
I'm going to put them in my asshole.
If you as an audience member want to see if me changing my diet and having a few supplements has helped, just go back a couple years episodes and then come back to this and look at how different my face looks.
Yep, me too. We'll just go ahead and do a nice little stand for you guys so you can see right here.
Oh, you mean eating McDonald's and other fast food constantly isn't good for inflammation? We'll go back to a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And then come to back now where
Did
where I'm predominantly, I'm not going to say I'm perfect. Last night I had emos, but I'm predominantly eating.
Yeah, 80-20, baby.
80, I'm eating, you know.
I'm eating 80 McDonald's hamburgers and 20 salads.
Salads. I'm trying to eat wholesome, good foods. And it's working.
I actually did read a study.
That thumbnail with the red wig.
Oh, right.
And the I look like I should be working selling holiday gifts.
It just made me laugh so hard, the scene and your hands crossed. Dude, I was laughing so hard last night when you were on stage being like, let's all take a nap.
Because I was trying to dissociate. I wasn't even trying to be funny. I was trying to physically take myself out of there.
Yeah, it was very funny.
Oh, I was like, what's Randy doing? Keep it moving, Randy. Because there was look at both of us.
Oh, yeah.
Swole to the max.
I mean, the most swollen you've ever seen. Just the roundest faces ever. And it's not even about,
Whoa,
like,
this one. This, 124.
Whoa. Oh, my God. Libbie, there's a picture next door at my house where I look. It's a picture of Rafe and I. Like, we're both so swollen and just, like, at a Johnny Cash museum standing with a wax figure. paid money, I guess, at the Johnny Cash Museum like 6 years ago. And it's the worst picture in the entire world of Rafe and I.
This was before we started putting ourselves on the thumbnails.
Look at this. We've got, God, look at these
my
old
God.
ass episodes.
And I want to be clear, I'm not fat shaming myself.
I'm not fat shaming myself either.
Inflammation shaming. And I'm not even shaming. It's just like, you know better, you do better.
For sure. It's just about feeling better. That's the thing. I see myself.
Look at Randy. Man, our setup. Look at our setup, dude. Click on that and see what's going on with that, man. I just want to have a look at that.
Bill.
Wow.
Nah, you need a crisp one. Ooh, I left my iced tea here yesterday because I'm a bad person.
And look, that was, I'm drinking that
Before we
Aldi tea that
started,
was so nasty.
We were having a big old conversation, and I told her,
Me too.
I do too.
why aren't we recording?
I'm
Because she got to work with David Tell and Ian
finance.
Fidance.
Oh,
Which sounds a lot
that's
like
when
finance.
Picture
The
I have with
funniest,
them.
so right when I met them, these shows were last weekend.
Wow.
So whatever, this will come out in a couple weeks. But
Large
they
head.
were
I mean, the setup is just
Incredible. What are you talking about?
but like on my butt, they shaped my
We got
butt
Jimmy
nicely.
John's.
listen to the sound though. Are you fucking kidding me? You show me that video, I would never think the sound would be good.
Oh, the sound. The
are-
sound is incredible. Randy's had the sound on point forever.
Let's go to the very oldest. Randy, what time are we at right now?
45.
Okay, I just want to make sure because I feel like we've been doing this for so long,
Right.
and I got scared that I am like holding up the show. Okay, I want to go to like a super fucking old one to hear the sound. The first one,
Well, we didn't record the first one.
yeah, it was just but still, let's
My
see what.
socks, which by the way, they are Puma brand. If you're interested, they
Are they
have
knee
been-
socks or ankle?
They're ankle, no show. I'm a hip young guy.
Look at the mics.
That's all I had at the moment.
Why did I have such a long?
I didn't even know. Holy shit, dude. That's why you look so swollen. Not because you were fucking.
Why is the mic stand so long? Well,
And your fucking ponytail, dude. Just the flattest ponytail in America. Just so inflamed.
oh God!
Oh my God. Look, that's when my hair was long.
Look at that long mic stand.
It is so long.
He has one cool one, and what are those mics? Were those from a comedy club?
It's like.
He didn't. I farted. Stinks.
No, those are 58s. Yeah, those are like used for live gigs and playing music and comedy and shit. Yeah,
He didn't know if this podcast was going to last, so he didn't get out his good mics yet.
exactly. No, that was. I think that.
He was like,
Yeah, I don't remember, but that was. I had to do a makeshift mic stand, I believe. I don't know. That's what you got, dude.
Randy had like read one article and was like, "Oh, I thought horizontal stripes are supposed to."
What year was this?
2018 had to have been. Let me look. I can go on Spotify, I think, and look.
Well, it should say it on there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess you're right, bitch. 5 years ago. 4/18/19. So what is that? 5 years ago? Almost 4 years ago? 6 years ago?
One of the biggest hogs
Says
known.
right there 5 years ago.
Yeah, but I'm always like, no, that's wrong. Because they're kind of off sometimes. They'll either round up or round
Right.
down. Then it confuses me.
If you're newer to listening to the podcast, go back on our YouTube and look at some of these old videos, because man,
Out of control.
and to think that we were just like, yeah, we won't record the first 20. Like, what were we? I think at the time I was like, it's too much work. You know?
Yeah. And it was. I mean, it was you guys. I came into this knowing nothing about, I mean, all I knew was how to hold a mic stand and like how to put it behind me, which by the way, new comedians out there, if you're a new comedian listening to this, when you get on stage, take the mic stand and put it behind you.
Mhm.
Don't let that thing be in front of you while you're talking. I've seen so many people doing that lately. And I'm not judging or anything like that, but it's like, it's just a little thing. Like it makes you look like a powerful beast when you take that mic stand and put it
Right.
behind you. And even if you are a weak, pathetic man, taking that mic stand, if you're a weak, pathetic woman or person or thing,
Mhm.
or, you know, take that mic stand, put it behind you, and it'll just give you some power, at least for
Yeah.
a couple of minutes. Hopefully you only have 4 minutes and you're in an open mic. That's the best I can say.
And then when you grab it too, they know, oh, she's wrapping up. I'm going to get ready to clap it up.
I'm
you
gonna
know?
I'm gonna
When-
prepare
at the
myself.
end when you're like, oh, I'm going to grab this. Or you could fake him out. Rafe does this a lot to me.
Yeah.
I've had to follow Rafe a couple times, and he'll grab the mic. And I think, okay, I'm going to stand up now because he's done. And then he will set it right back behind him. And my brain goes, I'm okay now. Like my anxiety goes down because I'm like, oh, I have like another minute.
Yeah.
And then he'll grab it again,
Mm-hmm.
bring it forward, and then put it back behind him.
Yeah.
So it's a level of anxiety. If you were to imagine one of those graphs that goes like this,
Mhm.
that's what my anxiety is doing.
That is exactly what both of our anxiety is doing every day, all day. Truly.
But especially before a show.
Oh, that's when it gets the worst. Before a show, and especially what I have started to notice with myself too, just the overwhelm. Like I am starting to realize that I get overwhelmed so easily. I mean, just,
Thank you.
yeah.
Your earring turned around again, Barbara.
This, I don't know why this one won't stay. It's really bumming me out because it's gorgeous. My friend Kim Eberly got me these.
Well, I don't know who that is, and I don't appreciate you having friends that I don't know about. You just have a friend I've never even heard of. Do they know about me? Does Kim know that you have other friends?
Yes, she does. Okay. And she actually likes you a lot.
So isn't it weird that I've never heard her name?
Yeah, it is. Because, yeah, it is.
Who is she?
She's just a gal that I worked with Sporties.
Sparksman's?
Sparksman's.
Look that out.
Don't even care. I said it earlier, and I'm kind of just like, who cares?
You don't work there anymore, so they can't stalk you there.
I technically don't work there anymore. You may see me there occasionally here and there, but hopefully never again. So, because now I'm slinging elderberries. I've moved on.
Elderberry, elderberry, let me feel your contrary. You are lovely, let me eat you up. Take a gummy, take some syrup, eat some honey, eat an elixir, put the gummy in your pussy hole. Elderberry, elderberry, is it an elderberry? Let me take my elderberry home. Mommy made a pie with an elderberry guy, and I'm sitting in the pinks of the throne.
I'm getting in the pink pony club.
And Mama screamed, oh, what have you done? You're a pink pony girl, and you dance at the club. Oh, Mama, I'm just having fun on the stage in my heels. It's where I belong, down at the Pink Pony Club. I'm a good old
Man, sorry. I just didn't want to have to keep.
The fact that Randy didn't chime in. Yeah, we know. Because we took a glimpse at your Spotify rap that we'll talk about next episode.
You know what? Yeah, we are going to talk about that next episode because we don't have time right now. But here's what I will say. Randy, I think you would fucking love Chapel Roan. I really do. I'll give you guys a sneak peek of what I did see in Randy's Spotify Wrapped. I did see Genesis. And here's what I know. If a man, woman, person, place, or thing likes Genesis, they're going to like Chapel Roan, dude. I really think you will. It's got that soul. You know what I mean? It's got that dog.
I mean, Randy, Pink Pony Club that we were just singing has not one, but 2 guitar solos.
2 guitar solos. Okay? We're not going to play it, obviously. But
Yeah,
we're
we
going to
don't
look at the
let
lyrics.
Chaperone coming to Missouri, her home state, and saying, you can't play that.
Yeah, we don't want the rise and fall of a Midwest princess conscious on us. I mean, truly incredible.
Won't make my mama proud. It's gonna cause a scene. She sees her baby girl. I know she's gonna scream, God!
It's so good. I mean, it is the first time I heard this song, I cried, I think. Or like maybe the second time. Probably the first time I was just like, what the fuck? How many guitar solos are in this? I literally think that was my
Wait
first
a
one.
minute.
Well, it was the part when the first time I heard it, the part that fucked me up wasn't like it was I heard there's a special place where boys and girls can all be queens every single day. And I was just like, dude, it shook me because I was like, oh my God. And then I kept going and going. And I was like, this bitch, dude. I'm like, all she's talking about, I mean, she's obviously talking about doing her thing and being a drag queen, but all she's talking about is like living her dream and following her dreams. That's it. And it's so good. Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you know how many people have probably told her? I don't know. Maybe she's always been amazing and everyone just told her, like, you're going to be fine. You're going to be famous. But I
Yeah.
bet there was people that were like, this isn't going to happen for you. You need to calm down.
Well, there's always naysayers, no matter what's going on.
Well, there's always going to be a naysayer and somebody tried to get you down and put you down and keep you away from the Pink Pony Club. And let me tell you, here at Slop City, we are not here to keep you away from the Pink Pony Club. We're here to sneak you into the Pink Pony Club, to let you into the Pink Pony Club, to kick you out of the Pink Pony Club if you need to be kicked out. If you need to be kicked out of the Pink Pony Club, you're going to get kicked out of the Pink Pony Club.
Yeah.
And it happens sometimes.
If you're going to the Pink Pony Club and you're saying derogatory things,
Yeah.
guess what? You're getting kicked out.
You're getting the boot.
Because even though we are liberal snowflakes,
Liberal cucks.
we're intolerant. We're very
Yeah.
intolerant of intolerance.
Yeah.
And we should say that too. I think there's been we don't need to say
There's
anything.
been studies.
There's been studies on elderberries and the Pink Pony Club. Just kidding. There's been studies. No,
You said
there actually haven't been studies. This is what I want to say.
ooh,
I don't align with either. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. Here's what I am. I'm a human being who just wants other human beings to be happy, have a good old time.
that's a
okay?
Democrat.
Oh my God.
Not getting political.
Not getting. No, it's like just everyone's, fucking shut up.
Well, I think I am a Democrat.
You do?
I think so. I don't know all the stuff about it, but if I was to say all the stuff that I'm for, people would be like, "Oh yeah, you're a Democrat."
For sure.
So, does that mean I don't think some of the Republican ideas are good or bad? I don't know.
Here's the deal. Let's just see what happens, brothers.
I mean,
That's all we can do.
it's pretty cool now that I know that if you have enough money, you can actually
Buy an election.
buy an election. And if your name is Elon and you just buy an election, it's like, man, should I be rich? But I wouldn't want that responsibility.
I don't want that responsibility. I don't want anyone coming after me saying anything like, you need to have biodegradable packaging at your company. Like,
Sure, you're like, I have a plastic film company. I don't care about biodegradable stuff.
that's exactly what I'll say. And you know what? I'll say, listen, we are partnering with a plastic film company, and that's it. Okay. You know what? I went to the grocery store the other day. They're like, paper or plastic? I was like, plastic. I said it loud and proud.
If you don't have plastic, what are you going to put in your supplemental trash cans in your home?
That's what I'm saying. You think I'm gonna put my pissed on, cummed on stuff and my period and my wet witch hazel things in a fucking paper bag to sit there and get all gross and stinky? Hell no, dude. I'm putting a freaking plastic bag in there, dabbing on them fucking hoes.
You think I'm going to have an automatic trash can in my bathroom that has hundreds of pee pads in it from the last week? That's gonna, when it opens automatically, when Annie walks by and her tail goes over, and I'm gonna get a whiff of piss, and I'm like, man, it smells like an old folks home in here. And I'm like, no, that's actually just me. Do you think that I'm not gonna put a plastic bag in there? You're wrong.
Yeah, I am. Do you know that mouse that died the other night? You know what I did? Here's what I did. Mouse trap went off. And guys, mouse was getting too comfortable. I say this every year. I realized when I was texting you about the mice, it's like every summer you're like, oh my God, a centipede got me again. And every winter I'm like, oh my God, there's just mice sleeping next to me.
Me too.
I mean, the mouse has been.
Well, you realize there's more than one, right? There's not just one lonely mouse, and you haven't solved your problem.
Yeah, for sure. There's many.
You need a cat.
Rafe did tell me after that first one was killed, he goes, yeah, there was another one hanging out, just kind of sitting around, looking around too. Either way, I used
Don't say it. Inhumane.
What?
What you're going to say.
No, it's not. A mouse trap is not inhumane. A mouse trap that breaks their neck and kills them instantly. That is not, that is way better than having a motherfucking glue trap. Glue traps.
Oh, glue traps are inhumane.
Glue traps are horrible.
Poison is inhumane. They're all inhumane.
I know, it's fucked up, but guess what? It was sad, and Rafe and I always let the guys hang out, okay? We let these mice stay in for a while. We let them hang out. We do. But here's the problem. When I wake up and I pick up my marijuana vape in the morning that was under my pillow, and possibly the mouse hit it. The mouse could have hit my marijuana vape pen. Who knows?
He could have.
There was a little piece of poop. Couple of little mouse turds.
Underneath your pillow?
Where my pillow meets, my vape was there. And then I picked up my pillow and grabbed my vape and like all this stuff. Because I slept on the couch because I went to bed at like 2 a.m. and Rafe had to wake up at 4. And I woke up and there were little tiny mouse turds or whatever there. So I told Rafe that. Whatever, like the next day when he came home, and I was like, oh my God, dude, there's mouse turds on the fucking couch, bro. He was like, no way, on the couch. And we were both kind of shook. And then the other morning, he comes in as he was leaving for work, and I was like sleeping on the couch. And Bo, he is just having the best time sleeping on the couch. Loves to root around, just get in there under the pillows. I mean, he will hide himself because he's like, doesn't want to be caught. He'll be under the blankies doing his thing. So it was like me and Bo sleeping, and Rafe walks over and like kisses Bo on the head and kisses me on the head. And then he was like, where's the mouse so I can kiss him? And I was like, God damn it. He was like, oh, you guys are all sleeping up here. You, Bo, and the mouse. And it was like, I'm dead asleep, but I was still like, fuck you, motherfucker. Like, this mouse.
Well, the only way I can kill mice is if Annie catches them.
For sure.
Because I will say Annie the other day was sitting in my office chair looking up at the ceiling like this for 10 minutes. And finally I said, what's she looking at? And you know how at the top of my ceiling there's no, because Greg hasn't finished, it's open.
Yeah. It's like the wood.
Just 2 little mice just running in and out. Just having a good old time. Peeking their heads out and looking at Andy going, I'm not kidding. Peeking their head out and they're looking at each other. The mice and Annie.
Oh my God. The little mouse came out the other night with the video that I sent you. I'm talking 6 times in a 30-minute period. And then he started to crawl over to Bo's bed, about to round the corner.
He wanted to rest.
He started to look around at the corner or whatever and do. So then I've just I put a little piece of food on this trap because we've had traps out for like a month and these mice have not bit on them. And I just, I put one there. I know it was sad. It made me sad. I texted Libbie. I go, the mouse just trapped and I was very sad. I felt sad. But here's what I did do. Used a plastic mouse trap. Then I went ahead, opened up my cabinets, grabbed a plastic glove. And then I grabbed a large plastic trash bag, and I put in 1, 2, 3 plastic items all into one thing. And then I threw it away.
And then you put it in
I put it in a landfill.
Then they shipped it to some other country.
So yeah, I am a very good person. Okay, guys, come to me for any moral qualms or questions, anything you need. Me and Libbie got you. Okay, we do have the answers. Yeah, my ear hole's too big.
got a big ear hole. And that's why we want to say thank you for joining us today on Slop City.
Thank you for joining us. We love you.
And if you, I'll just give you a trigger warning now. If you like mice, don't listen to the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, she'll give you a trigger warning now.
It's right now.
Yeah, the trigger warning's happening right now. All right. Love you. Bye.
And cut.
You dumb, stupid looking bitch.
Yeah, well,
The bag.
the fact that me and her noticed that.
Promise. First thing both of you said.
Ranch!